Hello everyone's. I'm here for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 6, Episode 6. Now before we get into this review, give us a thumbs up. I want you to hit subscribe and make sure your notifications are on. So we have Jocelyn all surprised that nobody wanted to show up for her women's empowerment video. I guess she felt like I'm pregnant and I have a video about empowering women. These other ladies want to show up even though I done got into a fight with Tammy. I tried to blackmail Carly. Me and Rashida don't talk, and of course Mimi wasn't gonna show up. But the only person that shows up was Jessica Dime, and Sheila feel like she got an attitude. And Jessica Dime, her thing is, why when I first moved here would you act like you didn't know me? You act like I was somebody who doggone moved in from a whole different country up the street. Like you was acting like I'm that person that you had never known me in your whole life. But just Josh was like, well, had you come to me when you first moved to Atlanta, since you wanted to come down here and us rekindle, why didn't you come to me first? You was going over talking to all these other girls, letting them get in your head. Then you came to me. That's why I had a problem with you. And I was like, really? All it took was a 5-minute conversation and now these two are best good friends again? Now if you ask me, I just feel that Jocelyn, she needs somebody else to film with. Her main person that she's been filming with since the season been on these last 5 episodes is Melissa. I'm guessing she was thinking in her head, I'm going to have to bring somebody else in that I can film with because it's only so long I can just film with this one person. Nobody else is going to film with me, so I need to bring somebody else into the fold. Y'all, I don't know who moves more, whether it's Mimi, Stevie J, or Kurt and Rashida. Because you know every time you turn around, Mimi got a new house. She had the house she was living when she first moved there. Then Stevie got her house. Then she moved out there to another house. Then she got like a 4th house. Stevie Johnson was living in the place. Then they got a bigger place. Now he's living in a condo. Kurt and Rashida had a modest house. Then they moved to this big old huge house. But now they back into a condo. I'm like, when are we just going to get a place and stick with it? Are we renting up out of here and that's why we can move so much? We're not buying because we're not buying houses and selling them that fast just to buy another one. You can't tell me that they're doing that. But anyways, Stevie's like, I'm gonna have 6 kids. That means my kids gonna have to have somewhere to stay at. One of my daughters, she done already moved down here. She got her dog, bro man from the 5th floor, and I have other kids coming on, so I'm gonna need me a bigger space. But once he gets to the house, his daughters is like, okay, so have you not talked to our other brother? Like, y'all ain't talked in a year, because he apparently the son that went off and stole some of Stevie J's equipment. Stevie got mad. Son went out there and made a diss record towards Stevie. Stevie got on the radio saying my son stole from me, but it's like, we need to hash things out. I ain't seen my grandbaby in over a year, so we need to hash things out. So him and his son meet up. I do not remember the son's name. Forgive me for that one. But anyway, they meet up. And he was like, you know, you wasn't there for me as a child. Yes, you gave money, but you was always gone. You wasn't there for Little League. You wasn't there when I lost my first tooth. You wasn't there when I started middle school. Those type of things where the parent is working, especially like an entertainment type of parent. You was there money-wise, but you wasn't there for me as being there emotionally and physically. Because like, I want you to be there for my son. And Stevie's like, okay, we just got to do better. And they make up, and I'm happy about that. But I'm like, Stevie, please let this be your last time that you're moving into a place. So MORIAH has a new business venture at hand. She wants to open up a nightclub. She's found the space. She just needs investors. She then wrote out on a piece of paper what needs to be done. And her investor will be Shooter. She's no longer happy with the job she has. You know, she keep on saying how she's not making enough money working for Sierra. Even though I'm positive that Sierra told her how much she was going to be making when she first started working there. But I have a question. How did this conversation go between Sierra and Shooter when he came to her? It's like, look here, Sierra, why don't you hire MORIAH? Sierra didn't find anything odd about that. Yes, I've been doing this girl's hair, you know, her eyebrows and stuff since she was 16. But like, why are you suggesting that I hire her? Like, none of these thoughts came to her head. So Shooter shows up thinking that something happened to somebody. She's like, look here, I'm going to need some money. I'm going to need like $70,000 for you because I want to get this store up and running. You know how this works. I'm sleeping with you. You're married. In order to keep me quiet, I'm going to need some money. But he's tired of having to pay her to keep these secrets. And he's like, you know what? You're not going to run me dry bone and like because you gonna say you gonna tell on me. No, I'm not gonna do this anymore. But I was like, that's the thing about blackmail. Once you start paying somebody, they're gonna keep on coming at you until you keep on paying them, until you stop, and then they'll go tell. But I'm trying to figure out, how is he able to give Moriah thousands of dollars on hand, and Sierra not wondering where this said $1,000 went to? Because if you say I bought with some musical equipment, I'm pretty sure the next time she shows up, she's gonna notice there's no musical, situation that he has. So he is like, you know what, you can go ahead and tell. But I don't think if she fully thought this through, that like, if I tell, I'm going to A, lose my job and lose that little income, and B, lose this income that I'm getting from him. So she says she's not going to tell, but she got to keep him on his toes so she can continue to get the money that she's using to blackmail him from. So we have Jock and Treasure P, and they're at the radio station, and y'all, I can only say this because I do my own hair and I am no professional, but her lace front wig was like, it was annoying me. Like the baby hair that she had to try to do the little swoopage with, it was throwing me off. And I'm trying my best to like listen to what they're saying and take my notes for my review, but like I'm looking at her hair and I was just like, something about this is not right, and it's distracting me from everything, almost everything what they're saying. And I was just sitting like, nobody like really took time to get this lace front wig together. Like, if you're going to do baby hairs, you have to do it right, and she didn't do it right, and it was distracting me. But she wants to talk to Jock because she was at the strip club and Tommy was saying how she's Tommy and Jock are together, but she wants to know, I'm best good friends with, Cena, the mother of your twins, and I don't know how she would feel that you're sleeping with both Tommy and Carly Red, and sometimes coming over there with her. And Jock was like surprised that all the ladies, like, Jock, this is what happens when you like are getting with several women who, okay, you got these 3 women that you're getting with. There's a good chance that they know somebody that knows these other girls and is going to get back to them. Why you continue to do this and then get surprised when it blows up in your face, it still confuses me why you get surprised. Like, these women know somebody that knows somebody that knows the other ladies, and it's going to get back to one of these ladies, and then you're just going to be left with either one or none of these ladies. But you always surprised when things don't go like, okay, I'm with these 3 women, and it's just going to stay between us. Knowing these girls get to talking, trying to get at the other one, and then it gets back to the other ladies, and he's still confused about this, and I'm trying to figure out why. Y'all, this scene with Moriah and Lovely Mimi. So, first of all, Moriah says that Shooter is one of her side dudes. And I'm like, girl, how many men are you sleeping with? That was my first thought. Then 2, since you are doing this, are we not putting money to the side since we're sleeping with multiple men so we can get this club that you're trying to get? We're not putting money off to the side for a rainy day in case, cash runs out from one man, so you're now to just this one man and your job. I was trying to figure that out. Like, we're not putting money aside for rainy days from these side men that you have. And then 2, I think it's 2. But anyways, you're going to tell Lovely Mimi that you're sleeping with Shooter, knowing she doesn't like Shooter's wife, and you don't think that it's not going to get back to Sierra. You really thought, I'm going to tell this girl who hates Sierra as much as I am that I'm sleeping with her husband. But since I tell her, shh, don't tell nobody, she's not going to tell anybody. You know how Lovely Mimi goes off the bat when she gets mad. She gets to telling everything. But you thought that she was going to keep this secret amongst y'all. Now, y'all already know she don't respect anybody who's sleeping with a married man. That would be you. And you thought that she was going to keep this secret from this woman who she can't stand. Is this what you're telling me? So, Sinner, Cena, whatever your name is. You're dating Rod, who is dating and living with and pimping out 2 other ladies. We're doing this. That's why I couldn't figure out last episode. Rod was so like mad that Jock possibly slept with Jasmine, even though she slept with Kurt as well. But you're going to tell him, yeah, I'm getting cozy with your baby mama Cena. I can do that. I felt kind of bad, but I'm mad at you because you could possibly have slept with Jasmine. I'm not mad at her knowing she been sleeping with Kurt, you, and who knows else while I was in jail. I'm trying to figure out, like, Cena, do you know that he's sleeping with, dating, and it seems like the way he acts is, you know, the pimp to these 2 other women. I mean, are we okay with this? Jock was basically like, y'all both grown, but just make sure he not around my children. That's all I ask. Was there a dress code for Jocelyn's video shoot? Can somebody, I just need to know that. Because we have Dawn, she has on like this sheer outfit. What's her name? Sierra comes in with like a leotard-esque with like sheer on it. I didn't appreciate that. She came in acting bougie. Lovely Mimi had on, I don't know what. Mama D had on like this shoulder pad like situation going on. Like, nobody seemed like they were cohesive. And why does Dime have on like 10 pearl necklaces? These are questions that I have. But, you know, Sierra comes in like the bougie woman she likes to be. It's like, yes, I'm a boss. I have $15,000 worth of jewelry on. Okay, that's good for you that you want to walk around and you have $15,000 worth of jewelry. I'm happy for you for that. But why are we over here like down in Mimi? And at one point, Mimi was like, you know what? I don't know if I should tell her that her husband is sleeping with her friend / you know, employee, or should I let her be looking stupid out here in these streets and continue to get played? She was gonna keep it to herself. She says. But then Sierra kept on at her like, I'm a boss. This is what bosses do. Yada yada yada. Things are good at the shop. And she was like, no, things are not good at the shop. Yes, you were a boss, but no, things are not good at the shop. Your man is sleeping with MORIAH. Just gonna tell you that. She's like, no, you lying. You da 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 da. You da da da. She's like, I'm lying. Okay, why am I lying? Go ask her. Go ask your husband. They get to going at it at Jocelyn's women empowerment like video shoot. But like, we gonna get to this video shoot right quick. It's like Lovely Mimi, Jocelyn, Don, Dime, and Mama D standing in the line talking about baby daddy, just standing there. There was no background. There were no broken up scenes. It's like we just decided to make us an at-home video. That's what I was getting out of it. But at one point, Sierra, she storms off. And she calls her husband. And she's like, are you sleeping with MORIAH? And he's looking like, what? Who told you that? Let me explain. Now, when you are accused of something, you have to start off with, let me explain. I already know the answer. But I question, did it seem like Shooter was blaming MORIAH for him sleeping with her? Because he was like, it wasn't nothing. Yeah, I slept with her and I got her a job and I've been giving her some money. But she just mad because I wouldn't invest in her company. What? Huh? Like you were like an innocent victim in this. Like, I have no problem with this, because earlier on when MORIAH was telling Lovely Mimi, she was like, Sierra told me to give him a ride home. She said give him a ride home. She didn't say sleep with the man. She was like, well, I was drunk. Now, I don't know why Sierra was asking a drunk person to take her man home. That was stupid on all parts. Because one, she shouldn't have been drinking and driving. I do not condone that at all. But you letting this drunk gal take your husband home? He was stupid for that. So Mariah shows up and he gets to blaming her like, why did you tell? She's like, what? It's not all the blame on me. It's the blame on you too. I didn't get to take any vows. You took vows for that woman, not me. They going back and forth. Mariah's trying to fight her, but I'm like, don't you feel stupid? This girl, you was trying to make a mini bougie version of yourself, been sitting here sleeping with your man this whole entire time. And the woman you can't stand the most is the woman who told you. Yeah, this is what's going on. But then Mariah was talking about something. I don't need you. I don't need you. That didn't seem like that when you was asking that man for $70,000. If you didn't need him, you wouldn't be blackmailing him for money. I mean, you may have not needed the money, you just wanted the money, but it seemed like more you needed the money. Because you kept on saying, if he don't do this, I'm going to tell his wife. That seems like you needed the money. And I'm just sitting here like, this is what we have going on. But on a side note, it's not even a side note. Stevie J seems so much happier and so much healthier. I know it's because he didn't stop drinking and stop doing drugs. But I'm like, he seems like a whole different person than he was like 4 seasons ago. And I'm happy for that. So that was the gist of what went on. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment or video response. And like I always, I want to thank my subscribers and the people who watch my videos. I want you to like this video, comment, and subscribe. And share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.